Okay, hi, I'm Jocelyn with Just Accounting. I'm going to do a quick video on the PPP loan forgiveness application just for self-employed people, not for people that have any payroll. You don't run 941s, you have your self-employed business, you file a Schedule C, you don't have that much documentation for payroll, you don't have payroll, that's why. So I'm going to share my screen and show you the application that you have to do so that your PPP money is forgiven, or show how it would be calculated. So I'm going to share my screen here. We had already started a Main Street Diner application, if you can see that here. But let's say the PPP loan amount is $5,000 instead of $30,000. And you only had, obviously, yourself. And you only had yourself. There's one. And you had the SBA number. You still have to fill in all of this information. The date that you received the money goes here. The EIDL advance goes here. If you applied for that, if you didn't apply for it, you don't have to put anything there. The EIDL application number is here. When you pay yourself, your covered period is the day you received your money plus 56 days and to 56 days. Otherwise, there's an alternative period, but you wouldn't really have that. You don't have an alternative period because you're self-employed. So it'll be your day you receive your money plus 56 days from the day you receive the money. And let's say you don't have payroll costs. You actually don't have any of these. You don't have payroll costs. So you don't have to necessarily go on PPP Schedule A line 10 because you don't have any payroll. You are self-employed. You get a draw. I'll show you where to put that later. You have no mortgage interest payments. You do rent out an office space, let's say for $500 a month. You have $1,000 rent at that point. Business utility payments, you have $300 of business utility payments. You do not have a reduction in salary wages, most likely, because you don't have salaries. So if you're paying yourself what you were paying yourself based off the PPP numbers on your tax return last year in 2019, it would be 1. So modified, add the amounts here. Hold on one second. I'm sorry. You do have to go back to line 1, payroll costs, which goes to PPP Schedule A line 10, which is actually goes to line 9. And you're going to put in what you paid yourself from, these are all going to be zeros. Actually, you can put health insurance here. So let's say you paid health insurance for yourself. You pay, I don't know if you'll be, and you, no state taxes. Let's say no state taxes, no retirement plans. And what you paid yourself was $5,600. So $5,600 here. This is where you hear line 9. Total amount paid to owners, self-employed, general partners may not be included in worksheet table A, 1, or 2, because typically you don't have a 941 on a self-employed individual who's filing Schedule C. So your total payroll cost, $5,600. That goes on line 10, which then goes to line 1. At that point, your total hourly reduction will be 0. Add the amounts on 1, 2, 3, 4. Subtract from line 5. $6,900. FTE, you are paying yourself all the PPP, which is based off 2019 tax returns. Multiply line 6 by line 7, that's 6,900. Your PPP loan amount was, which is what you put up here, 5,000. Your payroll cost is 5,600, 4,200. That's not going to be right either. Their math is off. So, because if you divide, is that right? Well, maybe I did that wrong. Did I do it wrong? Oh no, 6666. You're right, I did it wrong. Thank you, Garrett. So the lower of these is going to be 5. You'll get $5,000 forgiven. And that's the end for self-employed people. There's a lot of other information about FTE and salary and hourly wage reductions. But as far as I can see, the owner compensation will probably be based off of your 2018 tax return, which is how you got the PPP. If you're paying it to yourself, at least 75%, and then 25% of other expenses you'll get forgiven based off these calculations.